Can we have 4 people come and tell us very briefly what you figured out? Come on, guys, back here. Very briefly.
I figured out one thing.
What?
I figured out that same old question. Everybody has to really think about why does this need a blockchain.
So you think we don't?
Sorry?
We don't
No, I don't know about other people, but all the ideas I heard, it's like...
Don't need the blockchain. Okay, excellent. Good. Right, so we don't need the blockchain according to DK.
No, for all the ideas I heard.
Oh, all the ideas you heard. Right, so let's the gentleman, you didn't come up with a presentation, but tell us briefly what your idea was and why the blockchain is useful and how you go about implementing it.
Yeah, that's very often about my idea was to create a I need to speak right now. So my idea is to create a community fund, help single mom. Original idea was based on the AWS event, what I learned from the AWS event. So basically, based on the survey, the single mom, they are kind of disadvantaged in the community group. The average income is high. Even they are struggling their own time, they have to deal with their work as well as keep themselves. So at this moment, I think the federal government centrally provides financial help to single mom. If you got a lot of kids, and you can get for example, bi-weekly payment from the government. But the real need from the single mom is not just the money, but also a helping hand. For example, fix your the broken door, and to fix your water tap in the kitchen. Kind of a bit emergent, urgent issue, but a very household related issue. Also, for example, when they cook, if somebody can help have some child care of their kids, just 20 minutes, so they were able to finish their cook, prepare the dinner for the whole family, feed them. So basically, my point was, the single moms, they were able to issue some points themselves, and then, the helper come from maybe next door can be rewarded somehow after they fix the broken door or fix the water tap. They could be able to get some community points, and then later on, once we got the community. Other people involved, for example, the grocery store at the corner of the street. So if we are able to convince the owner, and then once the helper gets more community points, from different moms through his goodwill behavior, and he could be able to redeem a beer or a Coke from the grocery store. My original idea, and I think after chatting with Terry, we are thinking about creating 2 kinds of tokens. The first token is kind of they got financial value associated, can be exchanged, and the other one is something you can keep that, but to the case once the young mom had young kids to look after, but one day the kids grown up, they got sort of availability, so they were able to help others, and who helped them before, and she's able to redeem. Those people she's able to redeem the points, so she's able to help others, and Also, through the discussion, I found I could be able to propose this idea to the federal government, and then to let federal government to design and deploy, provide high-level guidance of this mechanism, but to let local council to manage and provide all the administration to the local community chain. So how to adopt or how to align with the concept of blockchain. So at this moment, if I live in Cobra, so I'm a good people, so I help others. But one day, if I move my house to Bankstown or another a little bit disadvantaged area, so I could be known and my community point of credit through my behavior in Cobra, still those points I still could be able to recognize by Bankstown community, and I can continue to help other people.
Thank you, mate. Thank you. I think this one, personally, I think it may have some legs as a community project. I'm not so sure the government would be great. It does sound to me that there. What I do know from looking at a lot of ICOs is that I've seen 5 of these similar proposals, not in Australia but in Europe. And my guess is that somebody will get the mechanics to work eventually. I haven't seen one that works yet, but I claim to be very expert in this field, but there's something in this idea. It's using the blockchain to run a modern version of barter trade with a social welfare objective. And I think it may work. Someone will make it work. Therefore, it's just know whether this gentleman wants to pursue it, and mobilise a team around it. I suggested to him that his team might be old people like me, those old maintenance programmers, and get a bunch of old retired economists and retired IT people and mobilise a team around an ICO project to do it. That's the idea. Thank you. Next team, Nick, your team, mate. Up front.
Okay, the project that we come up with is the lottery system. So how many of you went to your stage?
Once you stand in front of the screen.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So, speak loud.
Yeah. So how many of you went to a new stage to buy the lottery?
Others does not.
You? Okay. Yes. Yeah, I think the lottery is a new stage buying lottery to touch, but I keep losing money and I think it's nothing. So I can't, with new stage, write down numbers on paper, and maybe you have to figure out some numbers first. We write down numbers, and you got to take it from your agent, and over weekend you go to the new agent to say you win the lottery. But yeah, I'm always disappointed with the result because I never win anything. So that makes me very frustrated. I spent a lot of money, but I never made it back. So why? So I thought I'm cheating. This system is controlled by a operator, lottery operator. But I just think they might just give money to certain people. They never give money to me. But our system is based on blockchain. It's transparent and it's equal. You can see how the algorithm works. Because all the apps are uploaded to GitHub. You know the code is not inferior anybody. It's just very transparent, very equal. So you can pick a number and input number in the system tonight, and tomorrow the system will pick one number as a winner and reward the winner with a certain amount of money. Let's say the system works like so the 100 people. If the system got 100 numbers, and the system kind of closed and run the algorithm and select the lucky number as a winner. And reward. Let's say anybody contribute like $10, 100 people to like $1,000. It's left 2 winners, that reward 2 winners with $100. So still make with $800 profit. So we can donate some of the profit to charity. think the turning point of the current lottery system is the trust. So the trust is the thing that is solved by blockchain. Currently, we are not offering token, but I think we can do that instead of cash or any sort. If currently we can issue a token. That's money. Any question? Yeah. Transparency. Because of blockchain, you can upload your source code to GitHub. So you know how this code actually how this code runs. You can hide anything. But part of this, the lottery actors, yeah, those actors are run by second children. So you don't know how to but you don't know what's the goal. They check the dynamics. They check the system. Yeah, I know. But still, they can do something before they. Yeah, it is not 100. Nothing is 100% safe. I think they just give you more confidence. A blockchain, so you can know how it works, how to access it. You know each code is access. You know how it works.
Yeah. There would be how many cases do you hear the role and the theme of government lotteries, which is the everything is free?
The lack of trust that you're talking about, is there any evidence it exists?
There's only a few people in this room by lottery, right? If we have the trust established by blockchain, I think maybe 80% people in this room.
I wouldn't put any money into it because I know I'm going to lose.
I will just add some points based on his question. Yeah, I agree with you. Because, it's blockchain, it's good, it's transparent, you put the source to GitHub, but actually your system is running on memory, network, and hardware. Just those things that people is not transparent. People cannot see what's the inside memory. People can hack into the network, and those stuff, because the real system, the people don't know. You just see your code in GitHub. Even we don't trust you. You really put this code to your system.
More fundamentally, what the problem is solving?
Yeah.
Does anybody disrupt the current system?
Yes, the ball rolling around, Joe. So you can prove that it's not there.
Yeah.
If it was dodgy, somebody would have come. Any one of them was dodgy somewhere in the world would have come.
So Nick's the person behind this.
Nick's the brain behind this.
So basically, we want to build it. So every audience, so we don't want to divide it into two groups. One is someone like a gambler, someone I don't think. We want everyone to become the judgment for the game. So everything once it goes wrong, if something has an issue, we will immediately have some pull request into the GitHub. Then our community will vote. Thank you. Something like that.
How many times have gone wrong in the last century? How many times? What problem are you solving? What's the problem?
In the last any country game.
This year, maybe this is maybe the last 1 million lottery.
Yeah, like
People don't trust the government, people don't trust politicians, people don't trust the spouses. I've never had lottery numbers being trusted as an issue.
yeah, so we need to build trust.
There is trust.
But not enough trust.
Okay, folks.
Yeah.
One more thing, I think that we are not against to not trying like this one happening. For this, yeah, some make it happen.
I would like some, I won't let you all go home, but the number 4 group.
So first, I'm just gonna go through all these points.
Yeah.
So let me introduce our team. So we've got Tony here, an expert in finance, capital raising, tax, and we got Kevin, expert in management consulting and community building for blockchain, and Min Jin for UX design, and Jonathan front end, and me, I'm actually working data analytics and also back-end blockchain development. So I think everyone knows about what I'm working on. So because yes, so if you've been here the last couple of sessions, you would know that I've been working on this meetup project for a few weeks. Initially, I was just aiming to get some experience in developing blockchain, but now I actually think this is a serious idea. Seriously good idea. It's gonna change how meetups work. So let's look at the status quo. So today, the meetup market, there were 24 million users around the world at that 2015, and meetup was valued at $20 billion, and it was acquired by WeWork last year. When we look at meetup, right? Billion of Iraq, probably 30 million.
It wasn't 20 million, I think it's probably 200.
20 million. Yes. So if you just look at around Sydney, right? Got all these meetup events. So people go there, they'll eat pizza, drink Coca-Cola, and get fatter and fatter. They also enjoy it. But if you look at after the event, what happens? People go home, they forget about it. There's no community engagement, right? So who thinks about this meetup after tonight, right? Okay. So what we're trying to solve is an engagement, pinpoint engagement outside the event. So how do we engage people to come together, build projects, contribute? Whether you help providing the venue, help running these events. How do we incentivize every participant? So blockchain provides a nice tool, but we got tokens to incentivize absolutely every single participant. So who are the participants? So top of the list are the community, so the attendees. Everyone who come here at the top of the list. Then we got the organizers who put a lot of work. We got presenters, and then we got potential sponsors. So how do we use a token system to incentivize everyone? So the way it works is that when people come, they actually have to deposit some tokens, potentially spend some tokens. When people help to contribute, they earn tokens. So if I present, I earn tokens. The suppliers, if they want to access member data, the user behavior, they actually need to spend tokens. Or if they want to do targeted marketing, they spend tokens. And the community actually receive tokens through that.